Please welcome Steve Winter, partner with Stewart McKelvey, as he announces the Stewart McKelvey Innovator of the Year.
You know what changes? Everything. Times change. Technology changes. People change. Sometimes it seems overnight. You can resist it. You can adapt to it. But you can't ignore it. Our thinking is to lead it by changing the way we work, changing the way expectations are met, leading clients and the practice of law forward. You know what that changes? Everything.
Thank you, Don. Good evening, everyone. My name is Steve Winter. I'm a partner at Stewart McKelvey St. John's office, and tonight it's my pleasure to present the 2024 Stewart McKelvey Innovator of the Year Award, which feels a bit ironic seeing I can barely operate the office copier. At Stewart McKelvey, we see innovation as being crucial to the practice of law and how we do business. It involves anticipating needs, embracing creativity, finding solutions, and adding value for our clients and communities. And we're pleased to share this perspective in common with this year's winner. Innovation is more than just advancing technology or finding a new way to do something. Innovation is the ability to perceive what presently is, the vision to see what could be, and the determination and creativity to forge a path to bring that vision together. Sometimes the status quo can uphold barriers. In such circumstances, innovation must be matched with a conscious intention to progress. Some may find that intimidating, but true leaders embrace the challenge, especially this year's winner, who, with her co-founder, took what was a frustration around the lack of timely access to medical diagnostics and applied the medical background, surgical backgrounds to start a company with accessibility and equity at its core. Their company accepted a challenge to think about science of diagnostics creatively, and make a difference for both doctors and patients. Since inception in 2016, this company has developed technology that promotes inclusive and equitable healthcare, accessible regardless of one's location across the globe. This innovator has demonstrated an ongoing commitment to making real and measurable differences in access to healthcare on multiple fronts. And for these reasons and many more, I'm pleased to announce that Atlantic Business Magazine's 2024 Stewart McKelvey Innovator of the Year is the co-founder and CEO of MIMOSA Diagnostics, Dr. Karen Cross.
And thank you, Stewart McKelvey, as well as the Atlantic Business Magazine, for the opportunity to be here today. As I was thinking about what does it mean to be Innovator of the Year, and for me, just asking that question, it's such a singular term. And really, I'm just fortunate to represent a team of the brightest and smartest people in Canada and the United States who are working forward to solve one of healthcare's biggest challenges to date, and that's advanced tissue injuries or skin injuries. We have over 1 billion people in this globe at risk, and to put that in perspective for you, it's 2 to 3 times more people that are living with cancer. It's an existential crisis. It's called a global tsunami. It's infecting babies, adults, and our elderly who are losing their lives and limbs every day. And I bet very few people in this room even know what I'm talking about. Most of our problems rely on the fact that over 40 years, nothing has changed in this space. We assess the skin and skin health with the naked eye and only get it right about 20% of the time, which means 80% of the time we get it wrong. That means people all over the world, almost every 20 seconds, are losing a limb because we just can't get it right. We decided to change that as a company at MIMOSA Diagnostics by creating portable medical technology that looks below the surface of the skin to see that injury before you can see it with the naked eye. Or if you have an injury, we can tell that clinician, doctor, nurse, what's that next step in treatment, saving the limbs and lives of children, adults, and the elderly all over the world. Not only that, in this sector, which is called optical imaging, we have not been able to image people of color. We are the first and best in class that is able to capture images in people who have melanin in their skin. And we did that 2 years ago in Raleigh, North Carolina. Is it perfect? No, it's not. But our company is determined to make it perfect for everyone and improve access to care. I lost my grandfather in rural Newfoundland to a lower extremity wound who had an amputation and he died. We realized that improving access or geographic access to care, bringing technology to the patient, and to put this in perspective, when we started, the tech was 14 feet tall and 200 pounds, and we've been able to put it in the palm of your hand and give it to people so they can age well in their own neighborhoods and communities. And I think it's a big opportunity as well all over the world. Not only that, in creating, thank you. In order to create equity in the healthcare system, we also realized it was an opportunity as a company, and especially as a device company in the med tech sector, to create something that looked and felt different. We have pay equity, pay transparency, we're bridging the gender pay gap, we're employing more women. We look at new immigrants who've come to the country and enabling them to work in their own areas of expertise. And again, it's not a perfect solution, but we do believe that we're changing the way a med tech company can look, in a way that we call it the MIMOSA way. My co-founder and I, General, realized that when we both stepped out of our careers, me as a surgeon and a PhD scientist and him as a PhD scientist, we could finally create a company in a place where we wanted to work. And again, as I said, it's called the MIMOSA way. I'm actually from here, even though I reside in Halifax. And I really thought, okay, coming home here 24 years ago, here I got my medical degree. My dad, 15 years ago, was inducted into the Aviation Hall of Fame. So Newfoundland really has been an important part of my journey. But I think it also uniquely positions us, not just from Newfoundland, but in Atlantic Canada, to be successful in business. And the reason I believe that is how we treat our communities, or how we act as a community. When I grew up here, my parents and the people around me said, your words matter, your actions matter, what you do matters. And if you can make a positive impact on your community, it is your responsibility to step up and act and make that change. And I think that's really true. And when you set that stage in your business, you have an alignment of everyone who come together and to really move forward in that direction, work together as a team. I think it really makes a difference. And then when I think, oh, thank you. I just really also wanted to acknowledge that Team MIMOSA actually flew in today, so a few members of the team came in to surprise me, and I'm really grateful for that. When we think about our communities as well, nothing's possible without the investors. I have to be honest, in our sector, nobody knows what we're doing, nobody knows what we're talking about. It was really hard to achieve investment in a company that was, again, an idea. We are so fortunate to have the people who are backing us, and I want to especially acknowledge Kevin, and he knows what he's done. He's come in operationally, he's helped the business move forward, he's really put a lot of people around me to support me as a CEO and a first-time CEO in the company. So we're very grateful. The Nova Scotia government, as well as the Ontario government and the federal money that's come in to help us move forward, has really transformed the company. And then finally, there's no better community than your own family, and I realize I'm going on, but I wanted to acknowledge my father and my uncle who are here with me today. And my MIMOSA family. Overall, if you talk to anyone in Halifax about my family, the first thing they'll say is, you have the nicest family. They're so generous and loving. We really love them, and I love them too. But the other part that people don't know about them is they taught myself and my brother to believe in ourselves and our capabilities and our capacity, to never give up and have that resilience to move forward. When one door closes, another one opens, and where there's a will, there's a way. And I'll leave you with this thought. If better is possible, then good is never enough. And that's our mantra, and that's how we live. And I say congratulations to everyone in this room here tonight who's striving for better. Thank you.